All right. Welcome once again to another episode of Sports Therapy with FH Jr. A little bit about the show. On Sports Therapy, callers will have 2 minutes to call in and rip, rant, kick some knowledge about all things NFL related. On our show, we don't talk politics. Man, I don't give a fat rat's butt what the Democrats are doing, nor do I care what the Republicans are doing. We don't talk racial relations. All are welcome to participate and call in. We don't talk sexual orientation. Don't care. We love everybody and we want everybody to call. As long as you are a fan of football, you are a fan of the show. And the show is always sponsored by Crown Royal. And normally I am rocking the standard uniform, but today I'm going, I wouldn't say old school, but I don't have the standard uniform on today. I'm rocking just paying tribute to my team because I tell people I am a true blue card carrying Commander fan, aka the Redskins, better known as the Washington football team. And I'm usually always rocking a cool beard, as you can see. So the number to call is always 940-329-4110 if you want to be a live guest on the show. But please keep in mind that Sports Therapy with FH Jr. is always streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you like us on the show and if you enjoy the show, man, like us on my YouTube channel. All right? We're good. Well, before I get in, let me say this to everybody. Happy holiday or Merry Christmas or whatever it is that that's allowed at your household, your job or whatever. Me, I'm a Merry Christmas kind of a guy. And I don't get upset when people say happy holidays, whatever. My point of it is spend time with family and friends and enjoy yourself. Okay, now, this is going to be a special show today. Yes. Don't get me wrong. The mic will always be open. The phone line will be open for everybody if you want to call. But I think I'm going to let my homeboy Glenn just have the whole hour because he told me the last time. He said, man, I don't never get to talk about really what I want to talk about. Next thing I know, my time is gone. But you know what? We going to give him a whole hour dedicated to my homeboy Glenn. Now, you know what when my homeboy call, I always got to have the cussing bell ready. Because one time I broke the cussing bell, but got a new cussing bell. So, so he's supposed to call somewhere sometime today because I know he's not going to be in good cheers because, well, his team lost. Well, my team lost too. But you know what? I'm just waiting for my homeboy Glenn to call because let's see what we got here. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, homeboy? What's up, homeboy Glenn? You got me?
Man, look here, man. I just got through listening to that shit you got to. You got the cussing bell on? No, I am not trying to. Hey.
Got it right for you, brother.
Boy, hey, look here, man. You worse than nephew told me.
Hey.
What the hell you gonna want me to be the first one on the show? You must have knew Pittsburgh was gonna get their ass whooped today by one of the worst teams in football. Hey. You know something, but you just don't want to tell nobody nothing.
Hey man, Mother Nature tried to help y'all, man. They had wind, lightning.
Hold on. When you get to Mother Nature, I'm not gonna get into that because look here. The Mother Nature ain't got nothing to do with that ass whooping we got today. It ain't no damn excuse, man.
Hey man, your boy got knocked out. Your boy got knocked out of the game.
Hell, he's been knocked out since week one. He ain't been shit since week one.
Got my cousin member, you know. But he
got knocked out. Hell, he ain't been shit since week one. He played better shit.
But here's the thing, homeboy Glenn. I watch the game, and like I tell people, man, I usually go to Buffalo Wild Wings, but lately I just been watching it at the crib because I got a nice little setup at home. I'm watching it with through YouTube TV, pay for it, so I got to be watching it. Now, the first quarter was 3-3, and I'm like, I know my homeboy is not liking this. 3-3. Now, y'all defense showed up, but your offense didn't. What say ye, brother?
You know who fault that is, man?
Who's?
Mike Tomlin.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I need to ask you a question, man. Let me say this first. They are starting to call for Mike Tomlin head on a platter. Now, do you think it's time? Is it time?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Is it time? Is it time for Mike Tomlin to go?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. And when I say this, everybody got an opinion,
right?
And opinion don't mean shit.
Most of the time,
but
it
I
don't.
will say this, say that. Sometimes you can be at a place too long. Things ain't like it used to be.
Okay.
When Mike Tomlin, a lot of people don't like that. You know, it's hard to discuss things on stuff like that. Simple fact.
Right.
People are so sensitive now. They look at everything black and white. And I hate to say it like that because you don't like you said, you don't speak on the show. But the truth is the truth. Mike Tomlin ain't won no damn game, man. Man, I don't give a damn if it's my brother or who it is.
I got you. And that's
well, hell, I forgot. It's been so damn long since we won a playoff game. Hell, I don't forget. And you know, I'm supposed to know.
Because
I've been a Steelers fan. Hey, I'm a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, man.
I know
you
are.
know that, man.
I know you are.
I've been a Steelers fan since the 70s, man. It ain't about what they did in the 70s. Hey, man, it's about, people don't realize, man, it's about business. Everything about business now, man.
Right.
It's about what have you done for me lately.
Right.
He's a good coach, and he's a good person.
Right.
But damn, man, you think about it, man. It's not about me trying to put it ain't nothing about nothing like that, man.
I got you.
You look at Bill Belichick. Since Tom Brady left, he ain't did shit.
No.
The same way about Mike Tomlin. Now, I'm just keeping it real with you.
I got you.
You know, it's not. I mean, what the great Bill Parcells, the New York Giants coach, Bill Parcells.
You are what you are what your records say you are.
You are what your record are.
Hey,
and all you got to do is go back to last. Hey, man, since he won that Super Bowl, just go back and look, man.
And see, and that's
even though he's been having winning records. Hey, winning records ain't worth a damn if you ain't winning no fucking championship, man.
And see, and that's what the people are starting to say. They're starting to say, hey, you know what? 8-8, 9-8, and all that. They're getting tired of that. I mean, they're saying, hey, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something else. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But I want to tell you something else, man. Even when he won the Super Bowl with the Steelers, they won as a number 6 seed.
I got you. You're right.
Hey, I mean, anything can happen. You see what I'm saying, man?
Yes.
Anything can happen. But he won as a number 6 seed. You know, hey, you know, anybody get momentum. It ain't like he dominated, even like a New England, like a Tom Brady the year. Even if New England won, what, 5, 6, 7 NFL titles.
Right.
Man, it was some years they just were better than everybody else.
True. Those years, those years when they was like, those years when it looked like they were gonna break Miami's record, and they probably could have, but they was like, you know what, we're gonna rest some players. They had time, but they were good teams. They had good teams. You're right.
True.
But
they is not. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, man. Hey, man, I'm telling you, you are who you say you are. You can't be who you ain't because you are who you is. And you think about it, man. Even what the offensive coordinator they just fired, Matt Kennedy.
Yes.
Man, he's been in the league with him 3 years. And you just not getting a damn 400-yard pass a game, man. Come on, Frank. I mean, I'm just being fucking honest. Hell, I was so damn excited. Hell, I got overheated last weekend when we got 400 yards. 400 yards should be normal to get in an NFL football game.
True.
Hell, we ain't had now so long. Hell, I got drunk, had a hangover. I had to go to work next morning with a hangover.
And see, what people are saying is, and like you say, man, sometimes it's just time for a new voice in the room.
Yeah. It's not nothing bad, man. Sometimes changes are not bad, man.
Right.
That don't mean, hey, man. Sometimes it's good to make changes. Sometimes it's not just. Sometimes it's just not bad to make a change.
And then some people are saying that the Rooney family is just like not. You're not gonna change the owners. They are who they are, but they are so.
They are, man. They've been like that since the 70s, man.
Right, and because I don't think the Steelers y'all only had like 3 coaches.
3 coaches.
Ground Chuck. Y'all had Chuck Knowles. Y'all had the Chin. Y'all had
what his name?
I'll call him the Chin.
Chin, Chuck Knowles, and Mike Thomas.
Yes, and so they're saying Pittsburgh, the ownership, that's them, man. That's how they think, man. That's how they process. To them, winning the Super Bowl is not the end all be all. They're like, okay, they're happy just having a winning record, having people coming to the games, because y'all got a big ass followers too. Steelers travel, that whole,
true.
but the more younger crowd is saying, hey man, we got to have more than that, man.
That's right, man. Hey man, and that's true, man. Hey man, because you think about it, you look at, hey man, you know how I feel about the Cowboys, but I'm just gonna be honest. Truth is the truth, man. Don't nobody follow a team like the Cowboys Steelers.
You're right.
And at one time, I'm just being honest. Everybody followed their team this year, but don't nobody follow their team like the Cowboys Steelers. And it's a few more teams around in there,
Maybe the Saints. But the top two, the top two are the Cowboys and the Steelers. Because I don't care where the Steelers play. Man. I don't care where y'all play. The stadium is going to be full. The stadium's going to be full. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to be there. Y'all travel. But people are saying it's time for Mike Tomlin to go. Now, because on the show, bro, we don't talk racial relations. We don't get into that black, white, and Hispanic, but
it ain't about that. It's not about
right.
That,
at some time.
Hey, I never been into nothing. I want to speak. I want to say this here on your show tonight.
Go
and
for
I appreciate, man. Look here, man. I appreciate you letting me be on your show tonight to spend time to talk on your show, because I know I talk noise and just say, but it's a time for everything.
Yes.
And I appreciate for being on your show tonight. When it comes down to sports, it should never be about race, man. It's about competition. It's about competition. It should never become to nothing like that, man.
At that level,
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you my brother, you my friend. Even if it's me, if I'm not doing the job I'm supposed to be doing, what the hell you gonna keep me hanging around for?
At that level, when you start to get to that level, you got to produce. And you hear me say a lot of times. You hear me say. And I always roll out about 5 teams, and I say, hey, when you get everything in place, I always tell people, you have a 3-year window to get it done, to win the championship. And the teams that I think are inside that window right now are the 49ers, the Eagles, and the Cowboys, along with the Raiders. Not the Raiders, I'm sorry, the Ravens. They have been, and Kansas City.
Kansas City. But I'm going to tell you something right now, man. From what I see, I know, man, things have changed. what we seen today could be totally different next week
Yes.
or 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
But I always said this from week 1. And that's week 11 or 12?
Yep.
This week 12?
Yep.
And I meant this from week 1. When all of them playing their best football, and because everybody have their highs and their lows.
Right.
Man, 49ers is dangerous, man. Hey, whether you pull for them or whether you're not, they tough, man. And even Lamar Jackson, when he playing at a high level, he dangerous. He can take you there.
But you remember when it comes to the 49ers, and we're going to talk about them a little bit later on, but what I tell people, when it comes to the 49ers, it's the body shots. When I say body shots, I'm talking about the
physical, man.
Yes. And
they're the most physical team in football.
Man, after halftime, you're going to let go of the rope.
The most physical team in football.
Yeah, because after halftime, half of your players' mentality is, I don't want to leave this locker room. And some of them don't want to leave the locker room. Yes. Some of them don't want that. And
they're physical. But, man, I'm going to tell you a team, hey, they're physical. But I want to give a shout-out to a team. I know it's week 12. And hey, the Atlanta Falcons, I'm not going to say that. I know they ain't going to do nothing. I already know they ain't going to do nothing. But, man, but something about them, when the season first started, they always interest me, man. And I know they might not do nothing in there, get put out like that. But they to me, they built different this year, man. I'm serious, man. The whole thing ain't going to hurt them as a quarterback.
I was going to say, I think they'll go by the way Desmond Ridder goes. If he can get it together.
Well, that ain't going to fault because he's young. And I don't fault him.
Yes.
And I don't knock him. Because people don't know how hard it really is to play quarterback in the NFL, man. People just don't understand that, man.
But see, you take a young guy like him, and I say that because for them, whatever Atlanta is doing this year is just gravy because they're building on next year. And sometimes teams arrive a year earlier than they're supposed to. Now, Atlanta got everything they need to have in place as far as offense. They need a few more pieces on defense, but they can catch lightning in a bottle and get on a roll, and they can whoop your ass if you're not careful. Now they'll whoop your ass. But I like watching them.
They ain't got no. They ain't the old Atlanta team that got. I know we look at their record,
right,
and judge them by their record where they 6-6, but hey. They haven't been blown out. No.
Now they have a lot of offensive weapons, man. They got big. All their receivers are big. They got big receivers, and they got that kid out of Texas, the running back out of Texas. They got weapons now.
I love him, man.
They got Atlanta has a weapon. Now they lost today. But like I said, man.
No, they didn't lose, man.
Yeah, they lost, man.
No, they won.
Hold on. Unless it was last.
No, they won. They in first place. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, they in first place.
Yes, I take that back. I'm glad you corrected me. They beat the Jets.
I mean, hey, man.
They beat the Jets.
They got us. They. I'm not gonna say I tell you what, man, things have changed in sports now because everybody got good players.
Yes. But it comes down to what it comes down to, homeboy, is chemistry. It's a matter of because
there you go. Thank you.
You can get a bunch of offensive guys and big name guys on your team, and hell, you can't get nothing done. But when you get guys who fit your style, you get coaches who know how to coach them. You get a system that works. Mm-hmm. You get everybody, playing and everybody pulling in the same direction, and that's what it takes to win the Super Bowl. It's not a matter of getting all superstar players. You just got to have that one moment where everybody's on the same page. Coaches, owners, coaches, role players, everybody. Backups and what when you get that, and I'm gonna tell you a team right now, boy. It look like the 49ers got that and then some, bro. But like I said, let's talk.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. with the running back McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Hey man, McCaffrey is a hey man. Dude was a beast in college.
Man, he's still a beast.
People. Well, you gonna hear people talk about it now, but they late. That dude was tough in college, man.
Yeah, he was.
He could have won the Heisman.
Yeah, he was. He was. Yep.
And everybody they got they physical.
Yep. Now let me tell you.
Everybody they got it.
I started off, and I started out watching my team, man. And let me tell you something, brother. I knew we was gonna lose, and I hate to say that because I knew we was gonna lose this game. Now here's the thing, man. And you know, going back to what you talked about, we don't when it comes to race, and you know, like Eric Bieniemy. I like Eric as a man. I like, but to me. I know, man.
Look at him, man. Look at him, man. I'm gonna tell you, hey, look here. Hey, you know I love you like a brother, man. and we just don't tell the truth. Ain't worth a damn. He called them on conservative ass damn plays, man. You got it. Washington got some players over there, man.
But see, the problem...
He holding them back, man.
But the problem, homeboy Glenn, is not that he's calling conservative plays. It's just that he is out of the Andy Reid tree pass first. You remember the Eagles when Andy Reid had them? They didn't run the ball. They was pass. The Chiefs are a pass team. I'm saying the Redskins, Commander, whatever the hell we calling ourselves today, man, our philosophy is really run the ball, man. We are a running team, man. Run the ball. We got 2 stud running backs. Eric he won't run the ball. You see, he don't run the ball with passion. And when I say that, he don't really care about running the ball. He's like, okay, I'm gonna run it now. But when you come out and say we are going to commit to the run, even though you may hand it off this first time in the first quarter, you may not give it a yard or so. But as you start to let those running backs get lathered up, man, all of a sudden that run game started. Then you can mix in the pass. He comes out, man, and pass. And then on obvious running situations like 3rd and freaking 1, he'll run the ball. He'll pass, but not only will he pass, he'll pass when you sending out the tight end as the only person in the pattern. Seriously? You gonna send the tight end out? And he's supposed to get down to 20 yards. Now, by the time he get to 20 yards, hell, Sam, I could get up and sack Sam Howell. Like, Eric, come on, man, commit to the run. So, I'm saying that to say this. I know we're going to fire a run. And everybody's saying, well, Eric Bieniemy should get his chance at coaching. No, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry, but no. Now, I just know that, and it may be me. It may be me. I know.
It's not you.
But
hey, I understand exactly where you're coming from.
He's trying to take and he's trying to take Kansas City's style and just put it right here with us. And I'm saying there are some parts of what Kansas City does is great. I'm glad you can do that. But we got some stuff that Kansas City don't have, man. We got some stud running backs, man. Let them add some hellified receivers. But he's not conservative in his play calling. He just passed the ball, pass, to the point to where now it's 3rd and long. He's 3rd and long. Everybody know what you're going to do when you're 3rd and long, so they blitzing old boy and killing him. It's this play calling, man.
Man, it's man, I'm telling you, some of the things, it's just like last week when y'all, I know, I hate to go back on that. But, man, y'all were with Dallas right there. And y'all went for 4th down in Dallas territory.
I know. Dude, I was watching it. Hell, I was watching it. We had the ball on Dallas 12-yard line, and it was 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. Now, hell, run the ball, dude. He decided he wanted to throw it, didn't make it. So now on 4th down, he going to throw it. We didn't make it. Not only we didn't make it, hell, I think either we fumbled or interception or something. We didn't get nothing out of it. Everybody like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't don't understand, man. But like I said, man,
and see, that's not conservative play calling. He ain't being conservative. If you conservative, hell, he'd have turned around and hand the ball off. He just tries to throw the ball on every play because he just not running. Just not in. It's just not part of his system. It's not part of his philosophy, and that's the problem I have with Eric Bieniemy. I don't want to.
I'm gonna tell you a team. I'm really impressed with the Houston Texans, man.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir. I am really, really impressed, man. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this here: that quarterback they got Stroud, man, that's the best move they ever made, man.
And why you think they end up firing? Why you think they end up firing Frank Wright, the coach of the Panthers? Because it came down to they're saying you're not developing Bryce Young the way the Texans are developing Stroud. Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I want to say this here: Bryce Young and Justin Fields is not bad quarterbacks. They're just getting bad coaches right now, man.
Now I got to beg the difference on them too. I think Fields is a good quarterback. I think Bryce Young is just not big enough. He's just not big enough for the NFL. To me.
Well, I'm not. Bryce Young is really. I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, people might not like it when I say this. But Bryce Young is more like a poor-man Doug Flutie.
Yes, yes.
But he's not as mobile as Doug Flutie was. But if you give him time and let him find, but you got to. I'm gonna tell people this. But when people the Carolina Panthers, hell, they traded their best players. So really, that man you can't say what he like because. He don't have nothing to work with.
But Glenn, when you are 178, see Doug Flutie was damn near 200 pounds. Doug Flutie was kind of built like Russell Wilson. You take Doug Flutie, the kid that's quarterback in the Arizona Cardinals. They short quarterbacks, but they stocky. They got a lower body. Whereas with Bryce, man, he's more of a, to me, he's more of a wide receiver, and he don't have a real strong arm. See, Flutie had a strong arm. He don't have a strong arm. And now I think if you took Bryce Young and put him with the 49ers, he would excel because
that's right. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. You put him in with a system.
Yes.
You put him with a system.
You put him with a system where
I don't want. I hate to jump off the subject real quick on you right quick. I want to change something else. But New England Patriots, man, they need to go and get rid of Belichick, man.
Man, they need to get.
I think Belichick doing that shit on purpose.
They need to get rid of Belichick, the water boy, the guy who sell tickets.
The mayor, and everybody else down there, man.
Do you know what that score was?
Ain't nowhere in the hell New England fell off the grades like that quick, man.
Do you
in 2 or 3 years?
But I'll tell you what.
Think about it, man.
But you know what happened to New England, man? Seriously, New England got caught. Time and change caught New England because they had this old saying.
They got caught up with time and change.
Yes, because they had it the New England way, the Patriot way. Do your job. Only problem was Bill Belichick. He stole a couple of years just by having old boy as his quarterback. Okay, he stole about 3 more extra years, even though they were starting. But he didn't replenish the talent because his philosophy is you can be a good player when it's time for you to get paid. We'll let you walk. We're not gonna pay you. We'll let you walk. We're gonna pay you a little bit over the league minimum, but we're gonna let you walk. And the only person that's going to get some money out of this is going to be the quarterback. So what he did was, You
think about it, they haven't had a wide receiver since Randy Moss.
Right. But the thing about it, though, is...
and look how long they've been ago.
But see, you had Brady throwing it to him. Only thing New England had going for them is that they always had a good offensive line to protect Brady. They had a good offensive line to protect Brady, and they would always have some good corners, and they had a good defense. But when those guys got older and moved on, and remember, Belichick is the GM, so he's the coach, he's the GM. He picks the players, so he evaluates the talents. And his whole idea is that I want a player that thinks a certain way. So he don't want somebody that's going, as we say, he don't want players who got that dog in them, that, okay, coach, whatever you say, but we're going to do what we need to do to win. He don't want those kind of players, strong personality type guys. And they caught up with him. They don't have no talent. They ain't got no talent, and they ain't got no money. No talent and no money.
They don't have no, man, because, man, I'm going to tell you, the tight end, they got the Chargers got rid of Derrick Henry. Is that correct?
Yep.
The tight end from Little Rock.
Yep.
And man, you don't even hear about him no more. He's a hell of a tight end, man.
Every once in a while, but now, hell, they ain't got no quarterback that can throw the ball to my boy. Now he's with, I believe he's with New England. But like I said, man, what caught up with New England was Bill Belichick had too much control. Remember, he was a coach and he was the GM.
They gave him too much power, man.
Yes.
And people forget. People, they must forget. Before Belichick come to New England, he was the coach with the Cleveland Browns
and the Jets,
and the New York Jets.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing.
And he didn't do nothing with them.
Nah, he didn't do nothing.
Until he got Tom Brady.
Nah, he didn't do anything. But like I said, man, it comes down to, I just think New England needs, and you notice those coaches that played under Belichick when they go somewhere else, like Josh Daniels, hell, they don't do crap.
Mike Patricia,
yes,
Bill O'Brien,
yes. When they go somewhere else, they find out that Patriot way don't work. That Patriot way only works in New England. And truth be told, all those years, the conference that New England was playing in, it wasn't the greatest. Now, come on now, they wasn't putting it on the line every week like the Steelers. When you guys got to play the Ravens twice a year, you got to play the Browns and whatever. They wasn't putting it on the. Think about it. Who was tough in their division over the years? They might get a little competition out of Miami, might be. Everything else,
every once in
a while, man, they were just breezing through people, man, and they would only meet a tough team maybe in the playoffs. That was it. But they didn't. But now, man, that don't caught up with them, bro. So now, hey. Let me transition a little bit, man. I want to talk about the Who Dat Nation, the Saints, man. I watched the Saints game. I was watching the Saints, man. And how do you feel when you the quarterback, man, and the crowd boo you when they bring you out there? Huh? How would you feel?
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something about the Saints, man. The Saints ain't got no coach, man.
Right. Now, the same conversation we had about Tomlin. The Saints, but
always talk about.
But hold on, the same conversation we had about Mike Tomlin is the same conversation that they having about the Saints coach, bro. They ready to run him up out of there too. Go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna tell you about the Saints ain't got, man. The Saints ain't got no coach, man. They got talent over there, but they don't have no coach, man. And they go back to tell you always talk about. You bring up sometime on your show, people stealing money.
Yeah, they got some folks stealing money.
That's all that they doing over there in New Orleans, man. They do what they doing over stealing now.
He's stealing money. He ain't even wearing a stocking mask. Bad thing about it, hell, he ain't even putting on a stocking mask.
He legalized pimping, man. That's all he doing, man.
Because
man, he ain't one for damn, man.
Because Carr will not. Man, they got some weapons too, man. They got Kamara, they got Chris Olave, they got this other kid that's out. He's a rookie, but he's a hell of a wide receiver. When Michael Thomas went down, really, man, they didn't miss a beat. They got some weapons. Only problem is Carr does not throw
They
the
don't.
ball down the field. He don't get them involved in the game. He will not throw the ball down the field, and when he does, he'll turn it over or something crazy. So they were down 21-0, 21-0. I'm talking about the first 7 minutes of the first quarter. They were down. So they spent most of the game trying to come back. Now, whenever they put Taysom Hill in, the offense seems to move. The offense, they score. They do something. They look like a team with a combination of, they bring him in and he's a wildcat. Sometimes they'll slide him out as a receiver. Sometimes he'll be a tight end. But, when he comes in, it was funny though, man. When he would come in, the crowd would cheer because, they were changing him and Carr out. Carr came back in, man. They were booing him. The whole crowd was booing him at home. And he got hurt. So he got hurt, and Jameson came in. And this is what I tell people about Jameson. I said, you know what? Jameson may throw some interception, but at least the offense is gonna move. They're gonna jab. They're gonna jive. They're gonna score. Now, when he throw most of his interceptions, it's just as good as a punt because he's usually throwing it deep, so it ain't gonna really hurt you that much. And your defense, but brother, they look who that nation, bro.
Hey, man, I don't understand what. Man, I'm like, damn, Jameis Winston, he ain't that bad of a quarterback. I think they still judge that man because he threw 30 interceptions in one season.
That's it.
And they still hold that against that man. He is not, man, I see some quarter. He's better than, man, you look at what New England got. You look at what, I wish Jameis Winston was in Pittsburgh.
Man, I'm sure, yeah. And the thing about it was, because he hadn't, because what people don't understand about professional football and even high school football, and you can't just come in and start clicking with these wide receivers. You got to get your timing down with them. So Jameis came in. Hell, he hadn't played and as far as having real live fire, so he was off. But they did manage to come back with them one touchdown. Could have tied it up, but but it is what it is, brother. It is what it is.
It's like that over there, what the Saints, Atlanta, who that you got? Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Did they win today?
Tampa Bay, yeah, they won.
Okay, but man, that's a weak division over there. But I like I say, I like Atlanta though.
I do too.
I like Atlanta.
I do too.
Even though they're weak, if you put Atlanta in that playoff with one of them teams, within it, they dangerous, man.
Well, they're gonna be that division is gonna be like last year, man. Hell, whoever comes out of it, whoever comes out, they may have a losing record because somebody got to win, okay? Because you got Atlanta in there, you got Tampa Bay, you got the Saints, and I think the other team, and maybe the Panthers. So you got those teams, and somebody got to be the winner. Hell, at the end of the day, but one of the things people were calling for Mike Tomlin head on the platter because their whole deal was, and you guys kind of do like we do, man. You get up to play the tough teams, and then they're saying when it comes to the team that you're supposed to beat, the Steelers will fool around and play with their food, just like today, man, because you guys lost to the Cardinals 24-10. But you know what? The Cardinals are playing pretty good football since Tyler came back. So call it for what it is. But now let's talk about.
Man, I wish.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Man, that what pissed me off about Pittsburgh, man. Because today I knew we just had. I said we're gonna chop this up as a win, and then you mess around and lose. Man, I don't understand, man. Hey. But that's part of football, though, man.
Hey, Nate.
And one thing about the NFL, man, no matter, the record don't mean, even the Carolina Panthers 1-10, they gonna play you tough.
Yep. Now you see how I feel, brother, when we lost to the Giants twice and the Bears. Like, seriously, man, how we lose to the Giants and the Bears? would surprise me because we got the Jets on our schedule. I'm not gonna be surprised if we don't lose to the Jets. With Eric Carl in the place. With Eric Carl in the place.
I tell you, like I said, it's tough. Every Sunday it's tough out there, though, man.
Well, man, let me tell you
every Sunday it's tough.
Let me tell you the game I want to talk about. And remember, I said I'm gonna save this, and we were gonna circle back, brother. The game that had my attention today, the game that I would have paid to watch, even though I'm getting it at home, was the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers, bro. That was a game. That was a game. Brother, it was a game. Starting from the first quarter, man, they've been talking smack to each other even before the game. They've been talking smack to each other all week leading up to it. 49ers are saying, you know what? You guys only beat us because we didn't have a quarterback last year because of injuries. And the Eagles were saying, hey, you get it the same way you got it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But in that game, you can tell that the 49ers wanted to send a message. And you can tell that the Eagles wanted to send a message. I mean, at the beginning, the Eagles came out and they, you know what? And the Eagles came out and proved that, you know, we can play with you fools, because they came out first drive, marched that bad boy down there. 49ers, they defended, you know, they had a bend, but they didn't break. They held them to 3 points. Yeah, 3. They thinking, no, shoot, the Niners came back and see. You know what? What I tell people, if you take one player off of the 49ers team, they done. Who do you think that player is?
Deebo Samuel.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you number 2. You know who the number 2 player?
Your boy,
and a lot of people might not agree with me when I say this. Trent Williams.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. They are the tone setters. And guess who Trent?
Man, they can say what they want to say. Trent Williams is the
best left tackle in the game.
I'm glad you mentioned this, because I had a couple friends over early this evening and we were talking, and I had told them I was gonna tell you when I call in. That's why the Commodores is not who they are right now. Man, when you get rid of a guy like Trent Williams, you piss him off, man, you got rid of a foundation, man. You got rid of a whole right side of an offensive line. All you got to do is throw somebody next to him. Man, that dude is a beast, man.
We had him on one. We had him on one side. We had Brandon Sheriff on the other. How the hell you let those guys get away? Because we got to playing around, didn't want to pay him. And then when it came to Trent, he had an injury. They didn't treat him right. He left. How you good offensive linemen are rare, bro. When you get those, you got to pay those guys, because if not, I don't care. Like I tell people, I don't care who you got as a running back. I don't care if you got it as a quarterback. If you don't have an offensive line, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to be successful. And
you're not going to be successful, man.
We had 2 all-pro offensive linemen. Trent was the best we had. Big Sheriff was, and we took Sheriff in the first round draft pick. And I think I believe he's playing for the Panthers now. I was like, seriously, man. And people wonder about, well, why we can't do anything. That's why I said, it's not that the offense is conservative. It's just that we can't block nobody. We can't block nobody. Can't block anybody. Can't block nobody. I don't care what you want to run.
If y'all had Trent Williams.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all had Trent Williams this year, y'all would have Brian Robinson would have 1,000 yards right now. Yes.
But you know what? I might have to take that back, because if we had Trent and we still had Eric Bieniemy as our offensive coordinator. Nah, because he wouldn't give him the ball. He's still gonna run the ball, pass the ball. But I think what we got to do this year, and like I tell people, I I, I I wanted to see Eric come out and bring some of the philosophy of Kansas City with him and blend that with what we do best, what we known for. The reason we beat the Eagles last year was because what? We had a ball control. We would run that ball down your throat last year, man. We were a physical team. We were physical. We just didn't have a quarterback but we were physical. All of a sudden, man, we got away from that. Now we just a pass happy team. We're gonna throw it around. My boy leading the league in yardage. I don't give a crap about that. We ain't won but 4 games, So I think what we'll do is probably get somebody that like to throw it, but we're gonna probably get back to what our philosophy is running the ball, man. We a run team, man. And what are the 49ers? They a run team. They are a run physical team, man. But
what the 49ers get you at is yards after the catch, man.
Yes.
And there's nobody better than them, man.
Yeah, and guess what? They're not throwing that ball. They're not trying to throw that ball deep. They're throwing they're getting Debo them the little old 2 or 3 yard pass where they're catching it in motion. They're moving somebody in motion, and then they run it down. And they coming right with McCaffrey, and they run it right down your throat. They are running that ball, running the ball. Yeah, but
they right now, you can't judge a team by the record, but 49ers best team in football.
And I will tell people they will go by the way Debo Samuels go, and Trent, because
that's true.
Debo plays angry. he plays angry, man, and I don't know what he got to do to get himself in that mind frame, but he plays like an angry man. He does, man. Like you said, man, he kind of puts me in the mind of Jerry Rice and T.O., how he catches that little swing pass. And, man, he takes it to the house, man. He took it to the house on the Eagles at least 3 times today, man. And then that sets the tone.
Man. Eagles got a good front seven, but they got a weak secondary, man.
They do, and that's why we were able to pass on them. But see, what I say about the Eagles and the Cowboys is their defense actually is small. And so when you start taking them in the fourth quarter, they started to feel those body blows, and that's what was happening today, man. 49ers started leaning on them, man, and then that fourth quarter, man, they started blowing them Eagles out of there, man. And now,
hey, I'm gonna tell you another team. It kind of, I'm not gonna say they not right there with the 49ers yet, but they play their type of style. It's the Jaguars.
Yes. And see, now I think when it comes to the Jaguars, I think they're starting to enter into that 3-year window. So because they're starting
they coming.
Yeah. So that's why when I think about teams like the Ravens, 49ers, Cowboys, and see now the Chiefs, they don't won a Super Bowl. If you really look at the Chiefs, truth be told, they could care less whether they win the Super Bowl. And now I'm not saying that the guys are packing it in, but they're starting to do the things that get in your way when you when you get in that window. You got guys making commercials. You got guys dating pop singers. You got guys doing everything. And those are the things that I call it minutia, that start to get in your way and affect you and keep you from getting it done. See, like I said, now once you win the Super Bowl, those guys ain't hungry anymore. Look at Kelsey, he dating Taylor Swift now. My boy, hell, he got a documentary on I think Netflix. The quarterback does called Quarterbacks. They doing some things outside of football, which I got no problem with that, because I just think, to me, whatever you can make money in the league, you make your money. I got no problem with that. But I just know those are the things that kind of get your team sidetracked. And even Andy Reid making commercials. They making commercials, but they don't want a Super Bowl. They've been there 3 years. They don't won 2, whatever. So they're good. And like the Cowboys, for instance, every time you turn around, Dak doing commercials, they doing their thing, but you get 3 years to get it done. 3 years, man. 3 years. 49ers, they been 49ers been on top for the last 3 years, because what happened if you don't get it done, those teams that you talking about, the Jaguars, they're starting to come up. They're coming up. So all of a sudden,
but man, the thing about the 49ers, though, man, they've been, man, I'm gonna give credit what credit due, man. They've been smart in the draft too. I mean, smart in the trade, make a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Because man, you go out and get Chase Young and guys, you know what I'm saying? The guy come from the Eagles, Javon Hargrave.
Mm-hmm. But think about but think about this though. Those guys as a team, those guys are starting to, because truth be told, man, those guys don't stay in their prime no more than about 3 years. Greenlaw and all those cats, man, they're gonna start to get a little bit older after this year, and all of a sudden, all it takes is that one step. You start to lose a step, your defense starts, and then guys start to get hurt. That's why I say, man, this is their year to get it done. I just think if the 49ers don't get it done this year, it's not gonna happen for them, because they've been at the top for the last 2 or 3 years now. Now they, like you said, they plug in players, but it's just like with the Ravens. The Ravens been good. Lamar Jackson been the man. They've been pretty much winning the division, and they've been there, been in the playoffs. You got to get it done, and if you don't get it done, you got to get out the way, because them younger teams are coming up. I can tell you the younger teams that are coming up right now that's ready to push some of these other teams off the hill. The Houston Texans, the Jags, yeah, they are coming up
in Detroit.
Yes, oh yeah, yes, Motor City Kitties.
Detroit is coming.
They are.
Detroit is here.
They here, and like I said, those other teams that been circling the Super Bowl, they have to get it done. If you don't, look, bruh, you got to get out the way. You got to get, and the Saints are another one. Hey, they've been good for a while. They got to get it done. That window they're inside that window, and that window is starting to close. Starting to close, man. Because if you look at the Cowboys, you can't maintain all those good guys. First of all, you got to start paying people. You see what I'm saying? That's the biggest problem that they run into. Now, you got to start paying people. Just like the 49ers. They're going to have to start paying all those guys, because a lot of them, they're in either rookie contract or they got a nice little old contract that that's team friendly. But now, you got to start paying those guys. And that's why, you got to get it done. If you don't, those other teams are coming up, homeboy.
I'm looking at Kansas City and Green Bay right now. It's a good game and everything. I like Kansas City, but what the hell Taylor Swift got to do with the NFL now, man?
It's all about marketing, man. They're trying to market to
yeah, man.
They trying to get just a different group of people who normally don't watch football. Because one thing about the NFL, if you haven't noticed, the NFL is great at marketing their product. Whatever they need to do to get some eyes on their product, bro. Overseas, we'll let the NFL play in your backyard. If it's about marketing that product, they're good at that.
They'll come to Watson.
Yes, shoot, yeah.
If the stadium. If they had a stadium down there.
Even if they can't put a game in there, they'll at least bring a practice, summer practice or something. But like I told you,
and you know what, man, you are totally correct on that part, man.
Yes,
you totally correct. And I tell you what, NFL been good. Whether we always want to see our team go undefeated or be successful. But man, it's the competition out there right now. It's tough, man.
Yep. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a problem. I had a major problem. You remember when when the Super Bowl was always on, Channel 8, 4, or 5, just plain TV. I had a problem when they started moving the NFL to to ESPN, and now like okay,
Yeah, right.
and now you got games on. You got to have the freaking apps. But the NFL, they know, hey, look, this is what's coming. You know, and so
It's coming now.
and it is what it is.
Exactly, man. That's why. That's one of the reasons I stay at home and watch football, because I used to run the streets, man. And I looked at my cable bill one day and seen how high that shit is. I said, I got to start getting my money worth about this shit, man.
I know, cause see,
Yeah, because like you said, it's they got it on all different stations now, like Prime and different. Man, it used to be nothing like Monday Night Football, though, man. You know, back in I know we can't reminisce about back in the day, but man, it wasn't nothing like back in the day.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Yeah. Ain't nobody bigger than the league. No, there's not one player or one coach, one owner. Everybody said Jerry Johnson. No, Jerry ain't nobody bigger than the league.
Nobody bigger than the NFL, man.
No.
So if you get out, if you do something wrong, I don't care if you're Jerry Jones or Robert Kraft or who you are, man. They're going to come down on you, man. And that's one thing I do like about this.
Hey, look, you saw what happened.
I want to ask you one more question before you. Can I ask you one more question before you go off the show?
Go.
What you think about Von Miller, man?
You know what? See, it goes back to what we talking about. Ain't nobody bigger than the league, bro. Watch. If any of that,
I think his career over. I think his career over, man.
Well, two things gonna happen. Baby mama probably will rescind everything, recant everything, and say, well, it didn't really happen, because without her, there is no case, because she's thinking.
But think about it though. But the thing about it though, brother. The NFL is just like the state or anything. They takes it up though.
I mean, they may suspend him for
even
maybe.
Even if you do.
But I'm saying they may suspend him like a. Did you see the video of Alvin Kamara? Where they beat the crap out this dude at Vegas?
Yes.
Boy, they beat the crap out this dude. But what they end up doing, okay, look, hey, Kamara, we're going to give you 6 games. You know, we got to punish you. But at the end of the day, you can still play as long as, you know what I'm saying? And now between that time, I guarantee you, but they settled. Alvin Kamara, they settled with the dude that they beat up. They paid him. They paid him a couple $1 million. That's why it was no trial. Now, if it had been a trial and he would have been convicted of something, he out the league. So when it comes to Von Miller, Von, I think what's going to happen is she'll probably drop the charges because they live together. Think about that. They live together. So where you going to stay?
But think about this, bro. Think about this. What Ray Rice and his wife were married.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna say I can't say it's the same thing because I don't know the whole facts or nothing like that about it. But it's kind of similar to. And look how they did Ray Rice.
Now think about it now. Ray Rice was not in the prime of his he was on the back end of his skills. He wasn't even starting up.
Von Miller too.
Yeah. Right. Now what may end up happening with Von Miller is that the team might cut him or whatever, somebody might pick him up. But now if he was in the prime of his career, just starting, they wouldn't do him, maybe suspend him for a couple games and then, probably make him go take some training, make him and his spouse.
But Ray Rice was in the prime of his career.
Nah, he was on the backslide, man. He wouldn't even start no more. But homeboy, it's time for me to shut this bad boy down. All right, once again, it's time to bring the Big Top Show to an end. I'd like to thank all the listeners. I'd like to thank my homeboy Glenn in the great state of Arkansas. I'd like to thank Jay in Grand Prairie, along with my man who constantly calls in, Big Coop from D1 Ignis University. And most of all, I'd like to thank you all. It has been a pleasure. I enjoy doing the show. As they say on the yard, always stay golden, baby. We will see you next week.